don't know why I even bother, but... Dude, if you're gonna pull all-nighters, at least keep the lights on, yeah? At this rate, you're gonna go blind. So, please, just get into the habit of it. You are aware that there are 3 types of lights in your room for that exact reason, right? If you don't want to use the main light, use the yellow ones. And if not the yellow ones, use the dim light, you dimwit. Just, you gotta look after yourself, okay? I won't be able to nag you every time I find you like this, now would I? Well, this is you. A little quiet today, yeah? You okay, bud? Is there something wrong? Well, usually you would have given me a witty comeback by now. Although refreshing, it is quite concerning. And that's exactly the problem. You are not giving me any shit. You always go out of your way to throw an insult at me. I mean, I'm no masochist, but it's just a part of our dynamic, you know? So, whenever there's a time that you don't, it's always concerning. You can't tell me that it isn't. If I remember correctly, the last time you were this quiet, it was because that crush of yours didn't text back, or that time you didn't get that character from that gacha you were into. Point being that there's something bothering you, and I may be able to help. Leave. Come on. I know you can do better than that. All jokes aside, feel free to tell me when something's bothering you, yeah? I mean, you can deny me all you want, but you know I'll be there when it counts. After all, I'm the only one you can count on, since it's only been us two ever since this whole situation started. Stuck at home. Hell, even I can admit that I'm tired of looking at your ugly face. Like I always say, you don't have to if you don't want to. But keeping things to yourself can be dangerous. Especially at your age. You feel as if you can keep things to yourself and solve every single problem alone. It's like you guys think that as long as it's your mistake to make, it doesn't matter since you did it all to yourself. Although, I do see the value in that mindset. It fosters independence, and I guess that's good, but it also comes at the cost of forsaking those who have come to trust you as well, yeah? And what hurts most, in my opinion, isn't being lied to, but not being told something in which I could have been of help, you know? You know the difference, but you understand me, right? This virus ain't the only deadly thing around. It's also this one right here. Your mind. The poisonous thoughts that can grow even when you're not doing anything. And that's not the only scary part of them, too. They're easy to hide and easy to put off and not give any importance to. I'm not saying that you should tell me everything, but you shouldn't be afraid or to talk about the things that bother you. Yes, when it comes down to it, the only person that truly understands you is you, but when it comes to issues that originate from you, it's up to those who care about you, like me, to help you help yourself. But we can't do that unless you help us understand what's up with you. You understand? What I'm trying to say is that you can lay it all on me, anytime, any place, whenever you feel like it. Although, I can't exactly promise that I'll give good advice, But I can guarantee that it'll feel a hell of a lot more relieving than just keeping it in. And who says that I'll judge you? I mean, you do know that there's a time and place for everything, right? Yeah, we poke fun at each other, but you could say it's all in good fun, right? We never go too far with it, and you can admit that we're pretty open about this stuff, yeah? I do understand that sentiment, but you can share things with people, you know? Just as long as you share them to the right people. Like me. Yes, really. Come on, man. You throw insults at me almost as if it's the air you breathe. Despite all that, I'm still here loving and caring for you with everything that I have. I'm not a masochist. I'm just a good big brother. So, have I successfully talked you into talking to me, or have you decided to talk to me? Guilty. For... And so what if you did nothing today? It's Sunday, my dude. I think it's okay to not do anything on the weekends. They don't call it Lazy Sunday for nothing. In the past few weeks too as well, huh? That's understandable. In the sense that everybody's having a hard time. And no one has the capacity to keep at full throttle 24/7, so it's normal to feel burnt out or just unmotivated. I'm not undermining your issues or anything, but I'm just trying to make sure I come across the right way. Well, no one's forcing you, so that's good. And the fact that you're not expected to finish any work anytime soon is great too. You're doing good, at least the way I look at it, because you're finding your own pace. Yeah, you're unmotivated, but at least you're not forcing yourself to do any work. I say it's good because when you force yourself to work and get things done, you tend to sacrifice a whole lot more than just physical strain and sleepless nights. What you pay is the cost of your quality of self or the quality of work you want to put out. Well, you feel kind of bad for not doing anything productive for the past few days, right? In any other situation, you would force yourself to work and get shit done so that you won't feel bad anymore. But really, you'd only be doing it for the sake of getting it out of the way, which adds to that stress. And by doing that, you'd be feeling bad since you wouldn't be giving it your best, correct? You wouldn't be satisfied with what you put out because you just did it for the sake of doing it. For me, anyway, it just feels like an endless cycle of building yourself up and then tearing yourself down and then just going over that over and over and over and over again. There's no real progress being made other than in the fact that you're feeding that negative compulsion you have about yourself. Yeah, sure, that's fair, but why go through the trouble of stressing yourself out if you know that nothing good is going to come out of it? You have the luxury of time here, so. Now, don't confuse this with giving up without even trying to avoid the stress, but you get me, right? All I'm trying to say is that it's okay and valid to feel the way that you do. And not doing anything when you feel bad for not doing anything is good. I know it might be even deeper than that. Probably is. And again, I'm not trying to simplify it or anything, since I'm no therapist, but the way I see it, the issue you have with yourself right now is that you're looking at the big picture. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it wouldn't hurt to just take a few steps forward and just focus on the small stuff every once in a while. Other than that, I can't really tell you on what to do since you're actually already doing it. Yes, you are. And, well, you're just not in the right mindset at all. Okay. What you're doing right now is you're giving yourself space. You recognize that working in the state that you are now isn't going to yield any good results, so you're just doing nothing. And again, not doing anything because you feel bad about not doing anything or because you simply don't feel like doing anything is good. Because, at least subconsciously, you're aware that if you force yourself to do something for the sake of doing it, you're not going to get the result that you want. And that's just going to add to this stress other than all the other stuff that we got going on. You're practicing self-care, and there's nothing to be ashamed of in that. You know, we always say to give time to ourselves and always practice it, but I guess sometimes we don't really understand what it means to do that for ourselves. At least that's what I think. At the end of the day, the only one that can give that answer is you. After all, you're the only one that can help your problems. I'm just a guiding light, not a source. But with that being said, it doesn't mean that I won't do whatever I can to help you out. Yeah. And I love you too, bud. Now, how about we go a little easier on ourselves, yeah? What are you feeling? Well, you feel unmotivated, right? So how about we get something that'll keep your spirits up? Yes, I'm serious. So, anything you want, it's on me.